Welcome to the Tabor College Gymnasium in Hillsboro, Kansas, as the Tabor College women get set to take on the Oklahoma Wesleyan University Eagles from Bartlesville, Oklahoma. I'm Rod Ham, and I'm going Han Solo tonight to use the Star Wars theme. My partner in crime, Jim Paulus, has got a conflict tonight, so you're stuck with me all night long. Just going over a few things here and talk about these two teams a little bit. Oklahoma Wesleyan comes into the ball game tonight with a 7-4 record overall, 3-3 in the conference, coached by Coach Mulder in his third season at Oklahoma Wesleyan. Oklahoma Wesleyan shoots at their averages 72.4 points per game, led by their number 23, Hannah Nealis, a junior from Jinx, Oklahoma, averaging 12.7 points a game. And then other than that, they've got Richter, averaging 5.3 rebounds a game, leads their team in rebounding. Assists, Goodwin, 23 assists and 16 steals, leads the team. And then Ickes, number 10, leads in blocks with 4. The wins for the Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles are against McPherson, in the conference anyway, or against McPherson, St. Mary, and Friends. The losses come against Kansas Wesleyan, Bethel, and Bethany. So really this team could just, on paper, it looks like they could be a dangerous team based on the close games they've had so far this year. Once again, led by Nealis with 12.7 points a game, followed closely behind by Goodwin. And she averages 10 points even a game. And then also number 20, Amanda Hart, who also averages 10 points a game. And then there's a lot of scoring underneath that, and lots and lots of players in scoring. So it appears that the Eagles play a lot of people. And but their main four are Nealis, Goodwin, Hart, and Ickes. And then after that, it spreads out down the row. On the other side of the ledger for the Blue Jays, they come in at 7-3 overall, 4-2 in the conference, led by Sean Reed in his 8th season at Tabor College. The Blue Jays have won against Southwestern, McPherson, Bethel, and Ottawa. Their losses, 2 conference losses, come against Sterling and Friends. Tabor averages 64.3 points a game compared to the 72.4 for the Eagles. The Eagles have made 294 shots out of 691 for a 42.5% average from the field. They've also made 88 three-pointers, they made 88 three-pointers out of 264 attempts for an average of 33%. And they have made 120 free throws out of 188 for 63.8% average. We're going to take a pause here for a pregame prayer and national anthem. And we're back now with the starting lineups for each team. Starting off with the visitors from Bartlesville. Number 3, Danae Goodwin. She's a 5'9" sophomore from Van Buren, Arkansas. And as I mentioned earlier, averaging 10 points a game for the Eagles. Number 10, Coley Ickes, a 5'6" junior from Rocky Comfort, Missouri. Ickes comes into the game tonight. And I'm looking for her name along here, averaging 6.6 points a game. Leading the team in blocks with 4. Number 20, Amanda Hart, 5'11" sophomore from Weatherford, Oklahoma. Hart averaging also 10 points a game. Number 23, Hannah Nealis, 5'9" junior from Jinx, Oklahoma. Nealis, their leading scorer on the year, averaging 12.7 points a game. And she also has led the Eagles in 3-point attempts, making 25 out of 52, almost a 50% shooter from behind the arc. Someone that I expect the Blue Jays to be looking out for. And rounding out the lineup for the Eagles, number 44, Michaela Melton, a 6-foot freshman from Kiefer, Oklahoma. Melton averages 6.9 points per game for the Eagles. Now for the Blue Jays. Number 3, Taylor Denniston, a 5'4" sophomore from Holcomb, Kansas. Denniston averaging 8.8 points per game. Number 12, Sammy Jo Peterson, a 5'7" sophomore from Cottonwood Falls, Kansas. Sammy Jo Peterson hasn't quite got going scoring-wise as much as she had last year as a freshman, but still comes in averaging 4.7 points a game. Number 23, Morgan Ediger, a 5'9" senior from Cimarron, Kansas. Ediger leading the Blue Jays in scoring at 11.7 points a game and also 13 steals for the Blue Jays on the year. Number 24, Kylie Burns, a 5'11" sophomore from Valley Center, Kansas. Burns also struggling to get going in the scoring column this year, averaging 5.3 points a game. And then rounding out the lineup for the Blue Jays, number 40, Kristen Weedle, a 5'11" senior from Burns, Kansas, Remington High School. Weedle leading the team in rebounding is at 6.3 per game, also scoring at 8.5 points per game. Eagles are out on the court now ready for the tip. If it's a traditional tip that we've had here lately, it'll be Morgan Ediger jumping against whoever the center is for the other team. So and that's the way it looks the way it'll be. So Ediger now jumping up against a 6-footer. And we're ready for the tip-off. Ediger once again gets the tip, which is normal for the Blue Jays to start the game. Peterson with the ball on the wing, looking to go inside, can't find Weedle, kicks it back out to Burns and across to Ediger, now in the corner. And we've got a foul already on, I believe, number 44, the freshman Melton trying to guard Weedle. And a substitution already coming in for the Eagles, number 35, Sarah Hadjukovic, a 6-foot senior from Douglas, Kansas, just outside of Wichita. Ball inbounds to Weedle, now to Denniston at the elbow, looks for a fade cut from Ediger. Now Ediger back to Weedle, back to Denniston out front, now swung around to Peterson. So good ball moving by the Blue Jays, finds Denniston wide open on the wing. Shots up and good by Denniston, 3-pointer to start the game. Denniston with a 3-pointer. That is her 30th three she's taken and 10th one she's made now. She's just at 30%. Good pick and roll there by the Eagles, and now Hadjukovic goes down. I don't know if she came down on somebody's ankle, or this could be why she wasn't starting the game and maybe has some ankle issues already coming into tonight. Number 34, Lauren Richter, a 6'3" sophomore from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, getting ready to check in now for the Eagles. So an early stoppage as Amber Bonham, Tabor alum, who's doing her GA work at Oklahoma Wesleyan, goes out to attend to Hajukovic. And it appears that Hajukovic has a serious ankle issue and is barely making it off the court, and going to get some assistance by the training staff from Tabor and Oklahoma Wesleyan. Coming by our table here, it appears that we won't be seeing her back in the lineup. A pretty excruciating, painful look on her face, so that's not good for the Eagles, and hate to see that in the game of basketball. Eagles did miss that little layup underneath. Now Tabor comes back with the ball, up 3-0, moving the ball well again. Denniston in the corner, gets it out to Ediger at the elbow, and she misses, but Peterson in for the rebound. Neal is coming over the top to knock the ball out of bounds from Peterson. Looked like Peterson had that in her grasp, and then Nealis kind of came out of nowhere. Now Peterson drives, tries to go through Nealis. Ball's picked up. Nealis being guarded by Peterson. Hart with the ball now. Being guarded by Burns. Good help by Weedle. Now more help by Weedle. Nealis with the layup on a beautiful pass and assist by Nealis from the corner. 3-2 Tabor, 8:18 left in this first quarter. Peterson with the ball, high to Weedle. Weedle to Ediger now. Being guarded by Goodwin. Swing to Peterson. Peterson looks, nowhere to go. Burns with the ball, three-pointer. That's up and good. Burns, a deadly shooter from the three-point range when she's left open at the top of the key, especially. She really likes that spot. Oklahoma Wesleyan now back, goes inside, now kicks it long. Nealis looks, fakes, goes, drives on Peterson off the glass with the left hand and good. Could be looking at a high-scoring affair here tonight, folks. Both teams look like they've come out firing. Swung over to Denniston. Denniston drives, goes all the way to the bucket. Nobody contested. Denniston in for a layup. She's on the board now for 5 points in this first quarter. Denniston coming off a very good performance. And now Nealis takes it right at Burns, goes in for the layup and scores. Number one, Harbison getting ready to check in for the Eagles. Once again, Burns at top of the key, swings it to Peterson. Peterson finds Ediger top of the key, drives, pulls back, shoots just off the front rim. Rebound was to the Eagles. Now they've missed Lauren Richter with that last rebound for the Eagles. Now Ediger drives in, looks for Weedle under the basket, unable to find her. A little bit of a low pass as Weeby comes to the table to check in for the Blue Jays. Nealis drives on Peterson, kicks long. Good one for a three, in and out. Now the ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Eagles. Leisler and Weeby check in for the Blue Jays. Harbison checks in for the Eagles. Nealis comes out. (8-6) Tabor in the early goings. Hart backing down Burns, up and under move, and scores. Ties the game up. Well, I thought she tied it. It still says 8-6, so maybe I was misreading the scoreboard. Leisler drives in, takes her patented 6-foot shot. Just a little long. Now Weedle goes up, misses, gets her own rebound, kicks it out to Leisler. Leisler drives again, goes up strong, unable to convert. Now Burns comes down to the rebound. So Tabor doing a good job on the boards. Finds Ediger. Ediger drives, now kicks to Weedle. Weedle back out to Leisler. Leisler now drives baseline. Nowhere to go. Finds Ediger on the wing. Ediger drives baseline. Nowhere to go. Foul called on Harbison. Lots of good offensive boards there for the Blue Jays. Number 4, Watkins now checking in for the Eagles. Ickes comes out. Lots of players coming and going for the Eagles so far in this first quarter. Curl cut by Ediger in the middle of the lane, a little long. Weedle gets the rebound again, another offensive board. Third one in a row for the Blue Jays. Weeby with the ball, finds Weedle top of the key. Weedle looks in, can't find Burns. Now Leisler finds Burns. Burns turns, shoots, scores. Burns on the board early with 5 tonight. Almost at her average already, as more players come to the table to check in for both teams. Richter with a long 3. I think Tabor will let her have that all night. Burns tries to get a screen for Ediger. Now ball knocked out of bounds off of Hart. So multiple subs coming in. Julissa Garcia coming in for the Blue Jays, freshman out of Ponca City, Oklahoma. Desiree Turner, number 2, also checks in from Texas, transfer from Tarleton State. Weeby, Ashton Weeby from Berean Academy, freshman, checks in. Now Julissa Garcia knocks the ball away. On the rebound, Leisler goes up and misses a dead bang layup, and now Oklahoma Wesleyan from Bartlesville, Oklahoma brings it up court quickly. Harbison drives on Leisler. Leisler goes down and does another drives to the middle, gives an easy kick to number 33. New player in, Ashley Cook for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Also in for Wesleyan, Michaela Melton checked back in, and also Nealis checks back in for the Eagles. 10-10 here with 3:53 left. Turner drives, kicks out to Leisler. Leisler drives, goes up strong off the glass. Ball is too contested there. Foul called on Leisler after the missed shot, going for her own rebound. For the Blue Jays now, more substitutions. Taylor Deniston comes back in for Leisler, and Amy Scott gets her first appearance in the game. 5'6" sophomore from Hugoton, Kansas, transfer from Seward County. Eagles with the ball now, bringing it back up court. 10-10 tie. Go inside to Melton. Melton kicks out long to Cook. Cook off the front iron. Deniston with the rebound, brings it up quickly for the Blue Jays. Finds nowhere to go, and then it's blocked. The ball was blocked, and a foul called from the referee on the far side over here, or the near side over here. Said she got hit in the side of the head. Deniston goes to the line and is rewarded for her aggressiveness, going to the basket with 2 free throws. First one is up and good. Deniston on the year is 11 for 12. Coming into this game from the free throw line, right at 92%. Connects on both those for the Blue Jays to give the Lady Blue Jays a 12-10 lead. Brought back up court. Oklahoma Wesleyan on the board again. Cook with the 2-pointer. Taryn Hoyt also checked in the game with a 3-pointer now, and it's good. Taryn Hoyt's a spot shooter. Comes transferred in from Kearney, Nebraska. Spot shooter that's really helped the Blue Jays from the perimeter. Eagles now come back. Harbison dribbling on Deniston. Gets around her, gets it into Cook. Julissa Garcia playing defense now. And Melton makes a good move, goes up with her left hand and scores. 15-14 Blue Jays. Amy Scott with the ball on the wing for the Blue Jays, looking for somewhere to go. Finds Turner top of the key. Turner takes a long 3-pointer. It's off the mark. Melton with the rebound, off to for Watkins. This time Cook goes up and couldn't convert. Turner with the rebound. 15-14 Tabor, 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Hoyt dribbles on. Now the dribble weave. Double dribble called on Scott. Lost the handle for a second. Now Turner comes out of the game and Burns comes back in. Harbison out of the game. Number 12 comes in for the Eagles. Hannah Howard, a 5'6" junior from Lone Grove, Oklahoma. Long three-pointer by Cook, and she hits it. Oklahoma Wesleyan goes up for the first time in this contest, 17-15 here in the first quarter. Garcia now top of the key, and she can shoot from up there if she's left open. Now Hoyt drives, cut off, gets it out to Scott. Scott can't handle it. Ball was a little bit off the mark. Eagles now have the ball to try to extend their lead on the Blue Jays. Nealis dribble. Nealis off to Howard. Howard kicks it out to Goodwin. Goodwin for the three, and Scott comes up with a rebound. Brings it up quickly for the Blue Jays. Denniston now open on the wing, unable to get the ball to go down. Ball goes out of bounds. Oklahoma Wesleyan's ball. Lauren Richter, the 6'3" sophomore from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, checks back into the game. Melton comes out. So Oklahoma Wesleyan coach keeping the players fresh. Almost a travel error from Nealis. Garcia playing defense down low. Kent Denniston gets the rebound, then was falling out of bounds, gets it off to Scott. Scott back to Denniston. Denniston drives, blocked out of bounds by the 6'3" Richter. It'll be Tabor's ball into their own basket. 43 seconds left in this first quarter. Tabor down 15-17. Garcia gets the ball in, off to Burns. Burns inside, kicks it to Hoyt. Hoyt a little long with that one. That's the shot you want Hoyt to take right there. That's her shot on the wing. Ball's deflected. Burns comes up with it. Now Hoyt dribbling up court, 27 seconds. Tabor will look to take the last shot in this quarter. Denniston on the wing. Cross court to Scott. Now Scott looking down low, gets it to Garcia at the top of the key. Garcia back to the wing to Hoyt. Now Hoyt top of the key, off to Scott. Scott drives baseline, nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Hoyt, and it's intercepted by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Now long desperation shot off the glass, no good. 15-17 will be our score at the end of this first quarter. Oklahoma Wesleyan taking a 2-point lead in the first quarter, and we will come back in 1 minute. We are back now with the second quarter. Oklahoma Wesleyan with possession of the ball. Inbounds at half court. Now steal by Taylor. Desiree Turner with the steal on the wing now, looking to go in against Nealis. Kicks it back out to Scott. Scott to the high top of the key to Weedle. Weedle reverses the ball to Denniston. Now Scott again. Scott drives on Goodwin. Nowhere to go. Kicks it back out to Weedle. Peterson now in the game for the Blue Jays. Goes around. Nowhere to go. Scott now looks down low to Weedle. Scott, Weedle drives, gets it to Turner. Turner with a little jump shot from the corner. No good. Oklahoma Wesleyan with the rebound. On the court for the Blue Jays, Scott, Denniston, Weedle, Peterson, and Turner. Looks like we've got a travel now on Goodwin. Driving into the lane on the court for the Eagles. Richter, Goodwin, Hart, Nealis, and Ickes. Denniston looks for the three, turns it down, drives on Ickes. Now Peterson wide open from the three-pointer, and it's good. Peterson has not taken that many threes this year. Only 24, converted on 6, coming into the night. Turner drives on, being driven on by Hart. Hart converts in and out of the basket, off the glass and in. So Tabor had a lead for a second, gone quickly. Oklahoma Wesleyan up 19-18. Scott drives, kicks out to Peterson. Peterson on the wing being guarded by Nealis. Now off to Denniston on the opposite wing. Top of the key to Weedle. Now Denniston drives, gets a pick from Weedle. Ball's tipped by Goodwin. Goodwin picks it up and gets it to Ickes. Now Ickes quickly up to Nealis. Nealis being guarded by Peterson. Peterson, really good defender, gets it back to Ickes. Ickes for a three, and it's good. Oklahoma Wesleyan takes a 4-point lead, 22-18. Drive by Denniston, no good. She comes up with her own rebound off the Bartle or Oklahoma Wesleyan player's hands. Denniston again on the wing, driving on Ickes, kicks it back to Peterson. Peterson drives, kicks it back to Denniston. Now Denniston looks for somewhere to go. Cross-court pass, picked off easily by Goodwin. Goodwin now drives on Scott. Peterson doing a great job on defense. Denniston picks off the cross-court pass. Drives hard, goes in, fouled, and gets the bucket on Nealis, their leading scorer. Just a tough play there by Taylor Denniston. She has really come on the last two games against Friends University. She was single-handedly trying to keep the Blue Jays in that game and did for 3 quarters until things just kind of fell apart in the fourth. But she's really picked up her game here in the last few outings. And converts on the old-fashioned three. She'll come out of the game, and Ashton Wiebe, freshman, comes in, gives Denniston a break. In for the Blue Jays, Turner, Wiebe, Peterson, Weedle, and Edgar. For the Eagles, Ickes, Hart, Nealis, Harbison, and Melton. 6:54 left in this second quarter. 22-21, Oklahoma Wesleyan with a slim lead. Melton driving on Weedle, turns, finds Turner right there. Turner with a great defensive play. Turns right into her. A jump ball was what we were looking for as Tabor fans. Foul called by the official. The ball will go out of bounds to the Eagles. Desiree Turner doing the perfect job on help defense there. Right when Melton turned, she was right there. Maybe just a little aggressive, and 5'9" sophomore from San Antonio doing what she's supposed to do. Long three-pointer by Nealis is off. Edgar with the rebound. Skies brings it up court herself. Gets a pick and a drive into the basket. None able to convert on that layup. Blocked by the bottom of the rim. Eagles bring it right back. Ickes off to Hart. Hart looks for the three. Turns it down, now drives in on Turner. Turner just giving her fits right now with her athleticism. Now Turner drives, block call on Hart. Turner just catching and driving to the bucket, making Hart do something, and smartly getting a foul on her arch rival or nemesis on the other end of the court. Those two guarding each other. Garcia checks in for the Blue Jays, gets the inbounds. Now another foul on Hart. It's her second foul that she picked up in a matter of just seconds. Clean block, but must have been some body contact, and Turner will go to the line to shoot two. Just off the mark on the first one. Cook, 5'10" junior from Kansas City, Kansas, checks in now for Hart. Second free throw up and good, a tie game here at the Tabor College Gymnasium. A back and forth match going on here between Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles and the Tabor College Blue Jays. Cook open at the wing, rebounded by Ediger. She brings it up the court quickly again. Tries to drive, unable to, then Wiebe gets a shot. Turner with the rebound off of Wiebe's miss. Wiebe resets the offense off to Peterson on the wing. Now Garcia top of the key and swings it to Ediger. Ediger now to Wiebe down in the corner. Look for a little pick and roll to Turner. Wasn't there. Now Turner goes up, and a sweet move there by Turner to get that to go. Tabor takes a 2-point lead. Watkins now off to Nealis, and Nealis was coming to set a pick or moving out of her way. Ball goes out of bounds off of Nealis. Tabor's possession, 30-second timeout for the Eagles. Just to go over a few things that I picked up in the stats. Looking at these two team stats, Oklahoma Wesleyan shooting have taken this year with the same, well, they played one more game than the Blue Jays. They've taken nearly 700 shots from the field compared to Tabor at 555 shots. They've taken almost 100 more, nearly 100 more three-pointers. Shooting percentage from behind the arc is a little bit better, 33%. Tabor at 30%. Free throws are fairly even, although Tabor's free throw percentage is 20 points higher. Back in action here, Tristan Leisler checks in for the Blue Jays, has the ball in the wing, gets it to Ediger at the elbow. Ediger turns and shoots just off. The Eagles with the rebound. Harbison brings it up for the Eagles. Being guarded by Ediger. It gets it down to Cook. Cook back out to Nealis, being guarded by Leisler. So Tabor putting their best defenders on their Eagles' best player. Watkins goes long and shoots and scores over Wiebe. Wiebe was way out on her, but Watkins just backed up and launched a three-pointer to take the 1-point lead. Top of the key to Leisler. Leisler dribbles to the wing. Looks down low to Burns. Burns got the ball blocked by Nealis down low. Kept it alive, and the Eagles pick it up. Watkins now being guarded by Wiebe, looking for somewhere to go. Tries to, gets it, finally gets it to Nealis. Nealis down low to Melton. Melton goes up and scores, converts. The Eagles take a 3-point lead over the Blue Jays. 3:41 left in this second quarter. A 1-4 set by the Blue Jays. Fade cut by Wiebe, gets it down to Ediger. Ediger goes up, can't score, but Garcia gets the rebound, kicks it out. Garcia with another rebound, kicks it out to Leisler again, and now we'll reset with Wiebe at the top of the key. So Tabor did a good job there of posting up Ediger, but good long arms of help came over to keep her from converting down low. Now Burns top of the key. Wiebe looking inside to Garcia, turns her down. Gonna dribble out and find Ediger on the wing. Ediger shoots a three and scores. Defense backed off of her one step. Morgan Ediger launches a three. Ties the game, 2:53 left in the second quarter. Watkins now finds Nealis on the wing. She's looking down low to Melton, being guarded by Garcia, and then she kicks it out to Harbison. Good defense by the Blue Jays, especially the freshman Garcia coming over with super help there on the spin dribble in the lane. Garcia, freshman from Ponca City, Oklahoma, really looking good in this first half of action. Hasn't seen a lot of play yet this year, but just a little bit that you've seen tonight. She's really active on defense and on offense. Denniston back in the game for the Blue Jays. Gets it to Leisler, top of the key now. Back to Leisler from Garcia, now off to Burns. Burns with a little shot, rebounded by Garcia. Tied up by Bartlesville. It's going to be Tabor's ball. Number 15, Britton Garrett, a freshman, 5'8" freshman from Claremore, Oklahoma, on the tie up there. Taryn Hoyt now also checks in for the Blue Jays. Inbounds to Burns, Burns to Denniston. Denniston with the long three, and it's good. He was back at the 25 feet mark at least. He's in Steph Curry range almost. Cook at the top of the key for the Eagles, give and go. Burns on the defense now to Goodwin. Goodwin looking to drive on Leisler. Leisler doing a good job of staying off of her. Hoyt reaches in, knocks the ball loose. Looked like it could have gone off of Goodwin, but it's kept here with the Eagles. Eagles set to inbounds. Goodwin with the ball. Into Cook, now long to Watkins. Watkins dribbling in on Denniston. Cook with a long three. Off the mark, rebounded by Weedle. Denniston brings the ball up for the Blue Jays. Minute 40 left in this second quarter. Tabor with a 3-point lead over the Eagles. It's been a back and forth seesaw contest. Now Hoyt being guarded tightly. Tries to go baseline, stopped on the baseline, tries to kick it out to Scott in the corner. Kicked out of bounds by the Eagles. 15 seconds put back on the shot clock as it was starting to wind down under 10. Denniston gets the ball in the inbounds. Now it's a long shot by Burns. A long two-pointer. Connects on that for 7 points in this first half. Tabor being led by Taylor Denniston with 13. Nealis now brings the ball up for the Eagles. Down by 5. The Eagles are looking to do something on offense. Goodwin drives. Goes in. Off the glass, no good. Rickard with the rebound, and she goes back up strong and scores for the Eagles. 32-29, down to 46 seconds. Handoff by the Blue Jays. Hoyt to Denniston. Now Denniston looking to drive. Gets Weedle, finds Weedle. Now Weedle goes up strong and knocked out of bounds by her 6'3" Rickard. Richter blocks that shot. Listed at 6'3", but she's just an inch taller than Weedle. Inbounds play to Weedle from Hoyt. Hoyt gets it back for a three-pointer. She turns it down, drives, nowhere to go, but finds Weedle on a little. Weedle flashes down the lane for an easy basket. Good look there from Hoyt to find her post player flashing to the hole. 34-29, 20 seconds left now in this first half as the Eagles will look to get a last-second shot. Denniston fighting for the ball now, and she's got it right on the basket. She goes up, unable to convert. Fighting for the ball underneath, and a foul called. Denniston put that ball up with a few seconds left, 5-6 seconds, and then the ball just kind of bounced around with a bunch of hands touching it. Weedle and Hoyt fighting for it down into the basket. 2.7 seconds and inbounds for Tabor. Tabor will need to run a play where they get a shot off here fairly quickly. Not a lot of time to do anything. Off to Burns. Burns looking to go up. She finally does, but unable to score held it just a second long. If she'd have just taken it and gone right away, it might have been able to convert something. But that's halftime, folks, 34-29. A tough contest. The Eagles bringing it all here tonight from Oklahoma, from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, giving the Blue Jays quite the contest. 5-point lead for the Blue Jays. We'll be back here in just a few seconds with some halftime stats, and then we'll take a break. We're back with a few statistics here while the men's team warms up at halftime of the women's game for the Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles. They were led in scoring tonight so far in this first half by Ashley Cook with 7, followed by Amanda Hart with 6, Coley Ickes with 3, Michaela Melton with 4, Michaela Watkins with 3, and Lauren Richter with 4. So lots of scoring. And then also Hannah Nealis with 2, leading scorer for the Eagles. Shut down a little bit there in this first half. Overall, Oklahoma Wesleyan shot 13 for 26 from the field at 50%. 3 from 11 from behind the arc, 27%, and no free throws. So far in this game, rebounds, 1 offensive and 9 defensive rebounds for a total of 10, 7 turnovers. On the other side of the ledger for the Blue Jays, they're shooting 12 for 35, so they've taken 9 more shots than the Eagles so far, shooting just over 34%, 6 for 10 from behind the arc at 60%, and 4 for 5 from the free throw line at 80%. Leading the way for the Blue Jays, Taylor Denniston with 13, Kylie Burns with 7, followed by Peterson, Edgar, Turner, and Hoyt, all with 3, and Kristen Weedle with 2. The Blue Jays also with 7 turnovers to match the Eagles. The big difference so far in this game, Tabor College with 19 rebounds compared to 10 for the Eagles. 8 of those 19 were offensive boards, so that's a big statistic for the Blue Jays tonight, hitting the boards hard on the offense. Tabor led 17-15 after the first quarter and then held Oklahoma Wesleyan to only 12 in that second quarter, while scoring 19, Tabor taking a 5-point lead, then 34-29 to go into this halftime. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here in this second half, what kind of adjustments each team makes. We'll be back in about 6.5 minutes, and we'll start this third quarter. We're back for second half action here at the Tabor College Gymnasium as the Tabor College women are up by 5 against the Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles. The Eagles will come out, will start with the ball possession in this second half and third quarter. Starting lineups in for both teams except for the exception of, well, I think it is Melton is now in the game for the Eagles, so it looks like starting lineups for both teams. Drive in by Nealis, ball knocked away out of bounds to Tabor. So Melton, Goodwin, Nealis, Hart, and Ickes for the Eagles. Denniston, Ediger, Peterson, Weedle, and Burns for the Blue Jays. Denniston now with the ball top of the key to Peterson. Peterson looks to drive, nowhere to go, gets it off to Ediger on the other wing. Ediger back to Burns, top of the key, swing over to Denniston. Denniston looking down low to Weedle. Weedle driving on Melton. Tries an up and under, doesn't go. Gets it off to Peterson. Peterson tries to get it back to Weedle, but it's nothing doing. Traveled by Goodwin as Denniston comes up and makes her take a little bunny step. Turnover to Tabor. Ediger top of the key. Goodwin guarding now and leaves her to Hart. Now back to Peterson top of the key. Gets it to Burns top of the key. Down inside to Weedle, which appeared to be their goal on that possession. Hart now being guarded by Burns. One-on-one. Hart goes in, can't get it to fall off the glass. Burns with the rebound. Ediger goes up strong. Ball doesn't fall. Melton comes down with the ball. Nealis on the wing with the ball, being guarded by Peterson. Peterson doing a great job of containing Nealis tonight. Now Hart being guarded again by Burns. Peterson with a long rebound, gets it to Denniston. Denniston to Ediger. Ediger now 3-on-2. Gets the ball to Burns right underneath. Nice pass and pick up by Burns for Tabor College, now taking a big lead in this game, a 9-point lead, the largest lead of the night for either team. Now Ediger with the steal on the wing, attended for Goodwin. 2-on-1 break, gets it to Denniston. Denniston blocked by Ickes, out of bounds to the Blue Jays. Harbison checks in for the Eagles, replacing Goodwin. Ediger to inbounds the ball. Weedle with the ball top of the key, off to Burns. Burns just inside the arc, finds Ediger. Now Denniston wide open on the wing for a three, and it's good. 16 points for Denniston tonight. Tabor with a large lead. Oklahoma Wesleyan will call a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. 41-29, Blue Jays on top, come out firing here in this second half. 5-point lead at half. They've extended that now all the way up to 12 points with 7-0 run to come out of the gates here in this second half. Here's the replay. The Ediger with the pass to Denniston. Ickes contesting that shot and rattled home. Timeouts over, and it's Melton, Ickes, Hart, Nealis, and Harbison in for the Eagles. Weedle, Turner checks in for the Blue Jays. Ediger, Peterson, and Denniston for the Blue Jays. Denniston, good defense on Ickes, gets Ickes to Harbison. Harbison now off to Hart. Hart drives, finds Weedle down below. Got a jump ball or a foul, I'm not sure which one. They call a jump ball, it'll be Tabor's ball. Melton and Turner fighting for that rebound down low. Looked like they could have called a foul, but it was a jump ball before Melton comes over the back of Turner. Now Denniston in a 1-4 set, does a fade cut, gets the ball back to the wing, Finds Peterson top of the key, then it's good by Peterson. Tabor hitting on all cylinders right now for the Blue Jays, 44-29. 14-point lead. Now Hart going hard on Turner again, left-hand layup. Turner fouls, sends Hart to the line for 2 shots. Turner picks up her second foul of the night. Hart, a 76% free throw shooter. First one's up and good. Coming into the night, Hart was 19 for 25 from the free throw line. Averaging 10 points a game for the Eagles. Second one's good as well. 44-31 now, 6:43 left in this third quarter. No letting up for the Blue Jays. Man-to-man defense by the Eagles. Both teams have been playing strictly man-to-man tonight. Wiebe checks into the game for the Blue Jays. Now dribbles around, kicks off to Peterson. Now Peterson out long to Turner. Turner being guarded by Hart. Gets it to Ediger. Ediger drives, gets it to Weedle. Weedle from the free throw line extended and scores. Weedle with her 6th point of the night. Harbison now with the ball in the wing for the Eagles. Looks down low, turns down Melton, gets it to Hart now, being guarded by Turner. Good defense by Turner off to Nealis. Nealis drives and scores, this time on Peterson from the left side. 46-33, still a 13-point lead by the Blue Jays, with Ashton Wiebe bringing it up court for the Blue Jays. Screen by Weedle, hedged by Melton. Wiebe off to Peterson. Peterson down low to Weedle. Weedle driving on Hart. Tries to kick it off. Melton had the steal, but a foul called on Hart. Her second foul. Garcia and Leisler checking in for the Blue Jays tonight. Watkins now checking in for Ickes. And Richter checking in for Melton. Long pass into Garcia. Garcia being guarded by Richter. Off to Ediger, wide open. Ediger just off the mark, but rebound to Leisler. Off the tip, the long rebound tip from the Eagles. Ediger resets the defense, looking for a screen. Doesn't quite be able to get it now. Ediger saves it from going out of bounds or cross court. Now Leisler drives baseline, kicks it to Ediger. Ediger wide open for a 3, and this one's good. So a little bit of ragtag action there, but Tabor comes out smelling like roses. Another 3-pointer. Ediger now with 6 points for the Blue Jays. Rebound by Nealis, kicks it out to Hart. Hart drives on Wiebe. Drives in, goes up hard, and the ball falls. 49-35 Blue Jays, 4:38 left in this third quarter. Wiebe drives, nowhere to go, goes back out. Little trap tried there. Now Garcia goes up, blocked. Leisler gets it out. Leisler gets it out to Wiebe. Wiebe didn't see Leisler back in the corner. Now Ediger goes up for 2. Wiebe fighting for the rebound, but Richter comes up with it. Now Watkins brings it up. Turner guarding her. Julissa gets back inside on defense. Fouls Richter. Garcia late getting up court. Got caught out of position. Richter goes to the line now to shoot 2 free throws, fouled on the shot. Richter on the year, 6 for 14 from the line at a 43% clip. Wasn't able to convert on that first one. Burns back into the game for Turner. Garcia, Burns, Hoyt, Leisler, and Denniston in for the Blue Jays. Richter's second free throw, and it is bounces around and good. 49-37, 12-point lead by the Blue Jays here in this third quarter. Just under 4 minutes to play. Drive by Denniston, kicks to Hoyt. Hoyt kicks over to Garcia, top of the key. Now back to Hoyt. Hoyt looking for Lizer on the curl. Back to Hoyt. Ball hasn't been reversed much. It's kind of stayed on this left side of the court. Leisler drives and scores on the 6-footer. Kind of what she's known for, driving in and pulling up for a 6-foot shot. 51-37 Blue Jays. Garcia's got her hands full with the 6'3" Richter down low, doing a great job of fronting. Watkins now with a long three, blocked by Denniston, but Harbison picks it up and scores right under the basket. Unlucky break for the Blue Jays there. 51-39, 3 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Leizer's going all the way to the hole this time, and she scores with the layup from the left side. Great curl cut by Leisler and a pick there at the top of the key. Goodwin back in the game for the Eagles along with Cook. Goodwin can't control the pass from Watkins. Harbison comes out with the Ickies back, not Ickies. Howard back in the game for the Eagles. Leisler looked a little gassed there. She comes out. Denniston now with the ball, bringing it up court slowly for the Blue Jays as Scott has checked in now also for the Blue Jays. Weedle top of the key, gets it back to Denniston on the wing. Sets her pick for her. She drives, kicks it out to Hoyt. Hoyt is good for the three. Spot shooter, like I said in the first half. If she's got her feet set, she's deadly from that spot. And Tabor doing a good job of setting her up here tonight. Cook drives, gets it to Richter. Denniston reaches around, gets a foul on Richter, sends Richter to the line for 2 shots. Foul's called on Weedle. As opposed, it looked like maybe Denniston got a clean block on Richter. Weedle picks up the foul. Richter to the line now to shoot 2. Good on the first one, so her free throw percentage is going up tonight here in the Tabor Gymnasium. Second free throw is also good. Doesn't look like a 43% free throw shooter to me. Top of the key again to Weedle. Weedle swings it over to Hoyt. Gets a pick from Burns, now drives. Spins in the lane, nowhere to go. Kicks it back to Scott. Now Scott drives, gets a baseline to Denniston. Denniston open for the three, and it's good from the corner. Denniston deadly from the corner from 3-pointers. Denniston now at 19 points. The only Tabor College player in double figures tonight, I believe. Cook with a quick three off the pass. Denniston skies for the rebound in the lane, the smallest girl in the court. And she comes up fast for the Blue Jays. Kicks it off to Burns. Now Hoyt fakes the three, shoots a 2. Weedle keeps it alive, kicks it back out to Denniston. And just like most 3-pointers, hitting that 3 sometimes is easier than taking that 15-foot 2-pointer. Denniston drives, goes all the way to the basket, fouled. It appears by Watkins and I believe it is Watkins. Picks up her second foul. Denniston to go to the line to shoot 2. Tabor ahead, 59-41 in this third quarter. Minute 10 to play. Denniston's hot from behind the arc, but unable to convert on the free throw. First free throw, second one coming. Turner back in the game for Burns. So Coach Reed keeping the players fresh. Second free throw is up and good by Denniston. She hits the 20-point mark for the Blue Jays. 19-point lead by the Blue Jays. Denniston guarding Watkins. Doing a good job, but picks up a foul. Picks up her first foul. Inbounds by the Eagles. Goodwin gets it in finally from Howard. Looking to drive on Scott. Watkins with the Shot unable to get it to go. Now foul on Denniston, who picked the rebound up, trying to get out of traffic. Melton picks up the foul. .37 seconds left in this third quarter as Denniston brings the ball up for the Blue Jays with a 19-point lead. Hoyt dribbles back over to the Hoyt and Denniston now playing catch at the top. Gets it off to Scott. Scott drives, kicks it out to Hoyt. Hoyt taking time off the clock. Gets it to Denniston. Denniston to the corner now. Scott just off the mark. Turner picks it up. And Tabor keeps it alive. Turner with great defense there. Gets it off to Scott. Scott now drives. Puts it off the glass and in at the buzzer. Just before the buzzer for the Blue Jays. Kind of a little lofted shot. Arc shot that she put up high off the glass and it went. Great drive by Scott. Tabor with a 62-41 lead here, and after the 3 quarters of play, we'll be back in 1 minute. We are back here at the Tabor College Gymnasium, set for the 4th quarter as Hart comes back in for the Eagles along with Ickes, Nealis, Melton, and Goodwin. Hart dribbles in all the way off, goes over Turner now, and Turner with great defense going straight up, now gets the ball in the wing, passes off to Scott. So for the Blue Jays, Denniston, Scott, Hoyt, Garcia, and Turner. Blue Jays with a 19-point lead. Scott with the ball looking for somewhere to go, finds Denniston on the wing. Denniston back to Hoyt. Hoyt back to Denniston. Denniston with a 3-pointer just off the mark, but Turner had the rebound for a second. Now she gets a jump ball with Goodwin reaching the ball above her head, looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets a jump ball, and it'll be possession Blue Jays. Hoyt to throw the ball in for the Blue Jays. The box formation for the Blue Jays on this throw-in. Ball's picked off by Oklahoma Wesleyan on the throw-in. Goodwin drives, shut off by Garcia. Now Garcia fouls Melton. And Melton tweaks a knee or an ankle, and she stays in the game, I believe. Second foul on Garcia. Nealis looking for a place to throw the ball in, finds Hart. Now should have been a foul there, but no call. Players down on the court. Hart still down on her knees, unable to rise to her feet yet. Could be the second devastating injury for the Eagles if she's unable to go here. And athletic trainer Amber Bonham, also kind of also an assistant coach with Oklahoma Wesleyan, out to check on her. She's not going to get up right away, so that's not good news for the Eagles. Now she does get help from Amber, and she's up. Second player to go off to the training room tonight for the Eagles. Hart, really good player for the Eagles and tough ball player. You hate to see it. Checking in is Cook for the Eagles in place of Hart. And the ball's passed in, and Eagles go up. Cook, I think, went up for the 2. Couldn't get it to fall. Blue Jays with the rebound, so Eagles just having a tough time scoring here in the second half, being held to only 12 points in the second quarter and the third quarter both. Turner gets the ball down low, nowhere to go. Looks like she'll be tied up, but it gets back out to Hoyt. Now Denniston finds Scott wide open in the corner. Scott with a high arching ball at the buzzer. A 3-pointer by Scott. Amy Scott, transfer from Seward County, from Hugoton, Kansas. Goodwin goes in hard, can't find anywhere to go, but then backs out and puts up a left-hander off the glass. 65-43 Blue Jays. 7:53 to go in this fourth quarter. Turner top of the key off to Scott. Scott being guarded by Goodwin. Goodwin fouls her. Scott goes to the ground, and it'll be Tabor's ball out of bounds. Mass substitutions for the Blue Jays. Starting lineup except for Ashton Wiebe comes in place of Denniston. Peterson, Edgar, Weedle, Burns, and Wiebe. And then for the Eagles, Harbison, Watkins, Goodwin, Richter, and Cook. Wiebe gets it off to Edgar on the wing. Cuts through the lane. High post to Burns. Now Burns with a hook shot underneath. Couldn't quite finish it. It's a good idea, good give and go there, but it didn't quite fall in the end. Harbison now brings it up for the Eagles. Or Watkins brings it up for Eagles. Now Cook drives in, gets it off to Richter. Richter up and good for the layup. 65-45, 20-point lead by the Blue Jays. 7 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Wiebe walks it up for the Blue Jays. Gets it off to Edgar, being guarded by Goodwin. Edgar drives, goes up just off the glass. Ball saved by Weedle, and Wiebe gets it right on the basket, tries to go up, but Goodwin fouls her from behind. And I think they're going to say on the floor, so no shots there for the Blue Jays. Goodwin picking up only her second foul. Edgar throws the ball in. Peterson wide open, shoots a little 8-foot shot, and it's good. Nice inbounds play there by the Blue Jays. Watkins brings it up, gets it off to Harbison. Harbison back to Watkins in the corner now. Cross-court pass to Cook. Cook goes up quickly before Burns could get there. A 3-pointer by Cook. She gets that ball off quick. It's almost like a hot potato. 67-48, 19-point lead by the Blue Jays. Peterson gets it down to Weedle. Weedle spins, goes up, blocked by Richter. Foul called. First foul by Richter in this contest tonight. Weedle will go to the line to shoot 2. Weedle, a 74% free throw shooter on the night, on the year, 17 for 23 on the year. Coming into tonight's contest, makes her first, second one coming. It's good also. Lots of scoring by the Blue Jays tonight, but Denniston, I believe, might be the only one in double figures for the Blue Jays. Good hedge by Weedle, gets it into Richter. Richter kicks it back out to Watkins. Watkins drives on Wiebe, kicks it along to Cook. Cook goes up quick. This one's off the mark. Edgar with a rebound. So this time Burns got there a lot quicker. Contested that shot. Edgar now brings it up quickly, gets it off to Peterson. Peterson gets a screen by Weedle. Nothing doing there. Kicks it to Burns, high top of the key now, off to Edgar in the corner, back down to Weedle. Weedle drives on Richter and goes up with her left hand, unable to convert. Richter with the rebound. Peterson flying in, trying to get it. Cook wide open for a 3, and it's just off the mark again. Jump ball now in the lane on the rebound. It'll be possession Arrow Eagles. They'll inbounds under their own bucket. (69-48) Tabor. Nealis with a three-pointer. Airballed it from the corner. Good defense by Tabor. Wiebe now brings it up for the Blue Jays. Weedle drives all the way and gets a layup from the screen by Burns. Great job by the freshman Ashton Wiebe to get all the way to the bucket. Nealis now tries to get it low. Wiebe picks it off from the tip. A tip by Weedle, picked off by Wiebe. Wiebe gets it up quickly to Ediger. Now to the corner. Peterson with a three, and it's just a little bit short. Push off by Weedle down low. Picks up her second foul of the contest. Substitutions now. Gabrielle Myers checking in for the Eagles, 5'7" freshman from hometown Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Full timeout. We'll take it with them as Tabor leading the Eagles 71-48 with 4:38 left in the contest. We are back here at the Tabor College Gymnasium as the Lady Blue Jays have had a fantastic second half so far, led by 5 at half. Now lead the contest by 23 points. Foul on Ashton Wiebe, loose ball foul, hustle foul. First one of the contest for Wiebe. Nealis now with the ball. Gets it a good one down to Richter. Richter goes up, unable to convert. Weedle gets a rebound. Off to Wiebe. Wiebe being guarded by Myers, the freshman from Bartlesville. Wiebe off to Peterson. Now Peterson to Burns. Weedle out to Burns. Now back to Peterson. Peterson drives, being blocked by Myers.
Everybody on the Wesleyan side wants to travel. They're not going to get the ball here on the road.
Hickey's back in the game for Nealis.
Nealis checks out. Checking in, Koliakis inbound to Ashton.
Wiebe now with a 15-footer off the mark. Rebound by Weedle, knocked over by Goodwin. She'll pick up her third foul of the contest.
14th offensive rebound in the game for Tabor. Blue Jays keep the ball.
Inbounds.
49 left here.
Tabor inbounds now. To Wiebe, wide open in the corner. Gets it off to Peterson on the opposite wing. Now back top of the key to Wiebe. Find Burns inside. Peterson contests for the board. Keeps it alive. Burns picks it up and kicks it back out to Peterson. Now Peterson to Ediger. Now back to Peterson on the wing. Zone defense by the Eagles. Now they find Weedle down low. Weedle goes up hard over Richter, 6'3" Richter. Weedle able to convert. Weedle now gets into double figures for the Blue Jays. Goodwin drives, nowhere to go. Finds Richter. Richter goes up and with an easy two. 6'3" Richter doing a good job down low, giving Tabor fits. Press here now. Ediger gets it across to Weedle. Oklahoma Wesleyan now drops back in from the press, drops back into zone defense. Tabor doing a good job passing the ball around on the perimeter, looking for somewhere to go. Ediger now open for the three, and it's good. And I don't think you want to play zone defense with the shooting prowess of the Tabor College women. Ickes drives in, fouled by Peterson. Peterson has done a fantastic job playing defense tonight on Nealis, and Nealis now out of the game. Picks up Ickes, her first foul of the night. Garcia and Hoyt check in for the Blue Jays. Hoyt going to do her best to guard Richter down low. Now Goodwin drives in, kicks off to Richter. Richter back up and good. 14 points for Richter tonight. 76-52 Blue Jays. Press again by the Eagles. Now Hoyt gets it across the timeline. Wiebe sets up the offense. Garrett had checked in for the Eagles. Without me catching her, 5'8" freshman from Claremore, Oklahoma. Peterson long three, that's off. But Garcia picks up the board, gets it to Hoyt. Hoyt will waste some more time on the clock. The 30-second clock didn't reset. I don't know if it, probably because I'm not so sure the ball shot hit the rim, so maybe that is correct. It was kind of iffy if the ball hit the rim, I think, so they're going to go ahead and reset that, put 27 seconds on it. Neal is coming in for Myers. Wiebe now off to Hoyt on the inbounds. Now Peterson in the corner, finds Garcia. Garcia left the post, high post area, vacated the area, but then the pass came into her. Ickes now drives, goes up against Wiebe. Wiebe gets a rebound, kicks it out to Peterson. Foul on Garrett. 5 fouls, team fouls now on the Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles, and lots of substitutions coming in for the Blue Jays now. For this last minute and 26 seconds, Wiebe at the line to shoot. 2 shots, first one's off the mark. Number 25, Lainey Swink, 5'5" freshman from Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, checking in. Number 32, Lily Schomburger, 5'9" freshman from Hoxie, Kansas, checking in. Number 21, Anna Marie Wilkin, 5'8" junior from Denver, Colorado, by way of Dakota Ridge High School, checking in for the Blue Jays. And also Taylor Myers, number 44, 5'11" senior from Cache in Oklahoma. Second free throw is a little bit long for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Checking into the game, all 5 new players as well. 5, Grace Pospical, 5'5" junior from Louisville, Texas. 13, Whitney Metker, 5'10" senior from Lindsay, Oklahoma. Number 22, Ashley Rose, a 5'9" junior from Moore, Oklahoma. Number 13 with the shot right there. I think we already mentioned her. Number 24, Ashton Burdick, 5'10" junior, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Short timeout here to get Anna Marie Wilkin in the game for Ashton Wiebe. 51.7 seconds left on the clock. 76-52 Blue Jays. They're going to wrap this one up tonight with a big win over the Eagles. Tabor will now go to 5-2 in the conference as Lainey Swink drives in, tries to find Tara Nelson, who had also checked in for the Blue Jays. Tara Nelson, 5'9" freshman from St. John, Kansas. Inbounds into Myers, off to Nelson. Nelson now looking, finds Swink. Swink down low to Myers. Myers turns, scoops with her left hand. Gets blocked by Oklahoma Wesleyan. 30 seconds on the clock. Oklahoma Wesleyan now will go to 3-4 in the conference after tonight's contest. Rebound off Nelson into Schaumburger's hands. Swink will bring it up and hold the ball with 10 seconds left. As the Tabor College women with a fantastic win tonight. Great second half, 76-52. We'll take a quick timeout here as the teams shake hands after the game, and we'll be back in just a little bit with some halftime or for final statistics on the night. We are back here for the KJ postgame show with the resident postgame expert, Kenny Johnson, and he's going to give us a little bit of a wrap-up of the game tonight. Kenny, go for it.
Okay, Wad. Tabor did better in the second half with the turnovers. They have 11, and they had 12 turnovers.
12 turnovers for Oklahoma Wesleyan, only 11 for the Blue Jays.
11 for the Blue Jays. So Top score is number. Someone with 20,
Taylor Denniston, number 3, Taylor Denniston.
20 points.
Yes.
Number 10.
And who else scored for the Blue Jays? Kristen Weedle had 10. Is that right?
Yeah.
2 players in double figures, and Kylie Burns up here had how many?
9.
Had 9. So then there's other players here. We had Peterson with 8, Ediger with 9,
Editor with 9,
and then
somebody with 6.
And then we had another player, Taryn Hoyt, with 2 3-pointers. Came in and sparked the Blue Jays with 6. Amy Scott with 5, and Tristan Leisler way down at the bottom with 4. So just a lot of scoring from a lot of different people tonight.
Yeah.
How about for the Eagles on the other side over there? We got
one with 10 points.
We got Amanda Hart with 10, who went out with an ankle injury. It looked like ankle anyway, maybe not. And Cook had 10 too as well. And then below her, Richter,
14,
6'3". She's pretty tough down low with 14 points.
14 points.
So the Eagles shot right here. What's their percentage of shooting there? They were
4 for 12.
41%, 21 for 51.
41 from 51.
And then they're 4 from 19 from behind the arc. That's a 21%.
21%.
And they shot 100% from the free throw line.
How about Tabor?
Yeah, let's look at Tabor.
Let's look at Tabor.
Same shooting percentage. 41%.
41%.
28 for 68. So they took 17 more shots than the Eagles tonight.
Yes, they did.
You don't want to know why?
Why?
Offensive rebounds.
Offensive rebounds.
Look at this right here. Tabor had 40 rebounds total.
40 rebounds total.
And Oklahoma Wesleyan only had how many?
21.
Yeah, that's a lot. They out-rebound, doubled them up in rebounds.
Doubled them.
And how many times have you seen, Kenny, a team have 15 offensive boards?
Wow, I never seen that before.
Pretty good. And just to let you know, Taylor Denniston had 20 points.
20 points.
5 rebounds.
5 rebounds.
5 assists.
Taylor Denniston did a really good job.
Give her the player of the game, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
Look at this. Morgan Ediger had 9 points.
9 points.
6 rebounds.
6 rebounds.
And 6 assists.
Yeah.
So those 2 girls right there, the Western Kansas girls really came on tonight, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
They got some good basketball out there in Western Kansas.
Yes, they did.
Tabor was also 13 for 22 from behind the arc.
Yeah.
59, almost 60%, 59%. And then from the free throw line, just over 63%.
63%.
Tabor just looked like a different team out there tonight, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
They were on fire. And that second half, my goodness, what they score, they scored a 34 plus 20. No, let's see. What they scored in that second half? They had 28 in the third quarter.
28 in the third quarter.
That was their big quarter, 28. They outscored Oklahoma Wesleyan 28-12 in that third quarter. And then at the end of the game, they didn't need to score as much.
No, they didn't.
And so that's quite a win for the Blue Jays. They go to 5-2 in the conference.
5-2.
Oklahoma Wesleyan 3-4.
And overall, it's 8-3 for the Blue Jays.
Yep. So what do we want to do, Kenny? We want to talk about
football.
Well, let's talk about the men's team tonight. Plays Oklahoma Wesleyan. I'd probably say that men's team's the underdog coming into the game tonight.
Yeah, they're the
just
underdog.
A little bit.
Yeah, they have to break their losing streak from Saturday.
They're going to have to play lights out to win this game. And then let's talk a little bit about football. The Oklahoma Sooners made it into the Final Four. What do you think about that? Boomer.
Boomer Sooners.
That's right.
Yeah,
they get to play Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama will pull off the upset.
And what wouldn't be an upset? 1 versus 4. Oklahoma's going to pull off the upset. Are you trying to make me mad?
Yeah. Trying to make you mad.
Oh, Kenny. Well, okay, here, Kenny. We're going to sign off for tonight.
Yeah, we're about to turn over to the builder man right
Clemson.
there.
Let's see, we got Clemson and Notre Dame.
Clemson, Notre Dame.
Who are you going to pick there?
Clemson.
And then the national championship will be Alabama and Clemson? Is that what you're
home and Clemson.
Oh, now you changed your tune.
Yes, I did.
Oh, thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that vote of confidence for the Sooners.
Yes, I did.
I wish I had your optimism.
Your final score, Tabor 76, You did it. You do the other part.
Oklahoma Wesleyan 52.
This is TJ
All right.
and Ham signing off.
Signing off. Stay tuned for the men's game.